Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his Tuesday expert, Mr. Omar Alfaro. How are you doing, sir?
Pretty good. What's up, Michael? What's up, everybody?
Hey, guys, one of the things you must do is follow Omar on Instagram. Omar_Alfaro is his page. I am frankly stealing the idea for one of his posts for this interview. So, Omar, thank you for giving me this topic.
Yeah, all day, man. Let's go.
So you
it's
did
good.
Yeah, you did a post talking about the 6 reasons why you chose real estate as your thing, your avenue to wealth and freedom. So I thought maybe what you and I would do is we play tennis. We'd each do 3, and we'll just go from there. So you are the guest. I will let you serve first.
Well, there's probably more than 6, but I just chose 6 because we're in the business. We know what we're doing. And the first thing is real estate is real. You can touch it, grab it, feel it, look at it, see it. And you know what? I'll leave it at that because we're gonna, volley this back and forth. Mm-hmm. So my first thing is real, tangible. You can see it and touch it.
Yeah. The next one for me is it's easier to understand, right? I came to real estate after losing a bunch of money in the stock market, and I thought I had it figured out. Right. I could read a financial statement. I could play with the numbers, and it just feels like there's a super secret handshake, a code. I just couldn't get there. But real estate's far easier to understand. 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house, 2 baths, rent, conditions, tenants. There's lots of parts, but it's all easy to understand, right? I have lived in a house, right? Bathrooms are bathrooms, kitchens are kitchens. It was just far easier to understand for me. And it felt easier to understand.
It's awesome. Super simple too.
Yeah, exactly.
The third, you can leverage it. So that's the best. There's so many, so I can't wait till this keeps going, but you can leverage the asset. It's worth X amount of dollars. You can leverage a portion of it. And right now, being cheap money is the best thing to do, in my opinion. So leverage it.
Yeah, another one for me is this may sound like a negative, but it's certainly a positive to me. So I'm an emotional investor. I'm just emotional, right? I get upset. I get frustrated.
Oh, you're human. Okay.
Yeah, I am human. I'm not a robot. But what that means for me is when I'm in stocks or anything that I could sell at a click of a button, I'm generally a horrible trader investor. I know it. I'll say it. I'm horrible. All of you are better than me because I let my emotions get to me. In real estate, right, I can have a bad phone call, a bad tenant, a bad this. I can't sell it like that. So generally speaking, I do calm down after I get over it. Even if it's a day later. Real estate doesn't sell that fast. There's a transaction, all of these things. So for me, the fact that real estate's harder to emotionally sell is a lifesaver for me.
That's big, actually. Yeah. It is harder to just sell quickly because it's a process.
Yeah, there's more people and contracts and checks and balances, and it's a whole thing.
Okay, so this is the 5th, right? No?
Yeah.
So the 5th topic, or whatever you want to call it, factor, is you're able to produce cash flow from the rental. Yes. You know this, I know this. Earlier, I talked about leveraging it. Well, leveraging it for a payment, $1,000 a month in a payment, right? You receive some money back, $1,000 a month. Now you rented the property out for, let's just call it $1,500. You make a $500 a month positive cash flow without working, and your tenant pays the rent because you're providing housing for a family, and you're providing a service for someone, a family or a single person, doesn't matter, and you're receiving money. So it cash flows.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a big one for me.
You know it.
Oh yeah, Mr. One rental at a time. Absolutely. The 6th one, and maybe we'll keep going. This is fun.
Yeah, let's go.
The 6th one for me is it is actually an inefficient market. What do I mean by that? It means that because I have spent the time, I do the work, my buy box, my daily discipline, I can get uniquely good at an area, a thing, a widget, and I can see opportunities that others don't. I can be rewarded for my skill set. Unlike stocks or others, which is always at the right price, I have gone into deals and negotiated six-figure gains because I knew it was worth X. They thought it was worth X minus. We did the deal and did that. I can negotiate seller financing. There's just so many ways that real estate's really inefficient. And because it's inefficient, you can create outsized returns by buying rights. It's pretty amazing.
Freaking badass. I love this. All right. So this is number 7.
It is.
All right. Number 7. This is to me, this is the golden ticket.
Okay.
You're able to depreciate that asset.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So if for you guys that don't know the depreciation schedule, and right now there's this thing called cost seg, and you can get a bonus depreciation. So when you buy real estate, you're going to take 80% of whatever you bought it for, and then you're going to be able to divide it over 27 and a half years. That's what your yearly depreciation on that property. Now imagine if you take it all up front, which I think there's a certain cap of $250,000 or more, $250,000 or more, but you're able to offset your normal income by buying more houses, by buying more real estate. Yeah. So in essence, you're going to buy a lot of property and then pay zero to the IRS. Well, not zero, but at least less. Reduce that substantially.
Well, I mean, there's a lot
right there is awesome.
Well, there's a lot of people out there. I mean, Grant Cardone is a great example of that. Everybody 100%. Knows the story about how he bought that jet, right? He bought the jet because of depreciation. He bought the 100%. Check. He wired the money to Boeing or whoever it was, Gulfstream or whoever it was. And he took a flight because I think there was some minimum travel hours. And then he wrote off the whole plane. And he paid zero taxes because, again, that depreciation is just magical when you can use it. And right now, bonus depreciation cost seg is something that you and I are both using in our 2021 taxes. So thank you for bringing that to the channel. It's pretty amazing. Absolutely. So let's see. Number 8 for me is you can focus on one area, like for me, buy and hold real estate, and then you can broaden out. So I flipped one house by accident back when I think it was Obama had that 8K tax credit.
I remember.
Yeah, come out of left field, right? I bought a property and I wrote about it in my book, One Rental at a Time. I think it went up like 50%. So I'm like, you want to hand me 50 grand or whatever it was? I'll take it. But that wasn't, I was a buy and hold guy. But what did I do after I retired is I flipped 56 or 57 properties because you can take your skill set and learn and do other things. But I do want to key on, you got to get good at one thing before you broaden. I think there are some people that come into this broad and you really get nowhere. You got to become a domain expert, good at what you're doing, and then you can expand after that. I think it's pretty amazing.
This is awesome. Back and forth.
One more each. Let's see what you got for this.
Okay, 9. This one's going to be the one that you and I talk about. It is a hedge against the inflation of the dollar, of money. Yeah. As they print more money, inflation went up to what? 10, 11%. Well, I don't know. Like, was it something like that crazy?
CPI is 7.5. I have done the math correcting the error for rent, and it's 10.2.
So 10% of an inflation. Well, your property is going to appreciate more than that. Mm-hmm. Even in a normal market, you're still going to be able to get your cash on cash return on what you have invested. So in essence, it protects you from this fake inflation that we're all seeing right now by the government printing more money.
Yeah. Awesome. The last one I will talk about is there are so many ways to get on the property ladder and so many tax advantages over and beyond depreciation, which Omar already covered. First and foremost, for people looking to get on the property ladder, the ability to house hack, the ability to take your largest monthly expense and make it zero or even positive is amazing. I never personally did it. I didn't know it was a thing. It should be taught in high school. House hacking, if you are 18 and you house hack, you could be financially free by 25 if you maintain your expenses.
100%. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. Number 2, there is this tax code thing called the 1031 exchange, which I wrote about in my book. It is how we went from 8 to 80 units and paid zero taxes because we moved all of the equity in overpriced houses into apartments. And then lastly, there are some amazing tax advantages for owner occupants. Did you know if you are a married couple and you've lived in your home at least 2 of the last 5 years, you can sell that home and put up to $500,000 in your pocket tax-free? And oh, by the way, you can do that every couple of years, assuming you get that appreciation. So there are some just amazing advantages out there that people need to understand for owner occupants or investors. Real estate is amazing. Do the work, get a buy box, daily discipline. Let's go, right?
Let's go. That's badass, because you know what? The 1031 we do. I'm in the process of doing like 4 right now, which is really awesome, to try to not do from 8 to 80, but if we can get from 3 to like 10 or 12 or 15, it works. Exactly. And that's something that's super key. So, I mean, this has been awesome, Michael. I mean, that's just, we can keep going on this topic. That's for sure.
There you go. Well, do me a favor.
Awesome
So
work.
People need to join you. If they're in the high desert, they need to join your team. How do you want them to reach out?
Guys, reach out to me on IG at Omar_Alfaro or my website, omaralfaro.com.
Cool. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.